Hello, I'm using a theme called Whitespace Pro by Wordpress, and this theme lets me group posts in any way I like with a headline and a bit of introductory text above the grouping of posts. If you have a look at the home page, this is a typical home page with a list of posts, but there's a way that you can make pages inside your site that list any post you want in any kind of grouping. So what we're going to do, first of all, I want to make a category. So my dashboard, go to posts, categories. I'm going to make a category called cars. Just type your name of your category in there, add new category. So now we've got a category called cars. In post, categories, add new, cars. I want to edit that category. And if you scroll down this edit category page, you'll find this. This is in a Wordpress theme. You can't add this headline and introductory text in all themes. This is a Wordpress theme. We're looking for category archive settings. So I need a bit of text to put in there. And this is the category called cars. Save me typing it out. So that'll be the headline, and I want a bit of text underneath. You can actually put HTML in this. If you know how to write HTML, you can put HTML in this second box here. I'm just putting a bit of text in there, but if you know HTML, you can put HTML in that box. So it's category archive settings, headline and intro text. Click update. So now we've got a category with a headline and a bit of text above it, but we need to put things in the category of cars. If we go there now, so we go to view that category, so we're in post categories, hover over the category, click view, but there's nothing in the category yet. This is the headline we're putting, and that's a bit of introductory text. So we need to put things in that category now. So we go to dashboard, posts, all posts, and it's about cars, so I'm going to put some cars in. So we go to all posts, hover over the post, quick edit, categories, choose the category, another one, quick edit, choose the category, update, and another one, quick edit, choose the category of cars, which is the one we just made, update. Now if we go to let's see the category we made, view it again. Now we've got only the posts we put in that category. It's the cars category, and listed in that category are only posts that we put in the category. So now we need a link on our menu bar. I'm going to put another menu under here. So we'll go to dashboard, appearance, menus. I want to make a new menu, create new menu called categories and tags. I'm going to do the same thing with a tag listing. So we've got new menu, create menu. Now to make a menu that has the category link in it, when you're making menus, you've got pages, links, categories. So open the categories one, click view all to make sure you can see all the categories that you've made. Select the one you want. I want the cars category, add to menu, save menu. Now I want to make that menu appear in a particular place, so click manage menus or manage locations, and I want the secondary navigation menu pardon me, to be that categories and tags menu I've just made. So select it, save changes, and if we go to our page, get to our site again, we've now got this extra nav bar here. So click that link, and we've got posts in the category of cars, bit of blurb we put, and the posts that are in that category display under here. So we can do a similar thing with tags. So all we need to do with tags, I've already made some. Let's have a look. Posts, all posts. I made a tag and I've tagged some posts with the tag of Steam. So to make a tag, all you need to go is posts, tags, then you got add a new tag there. I've already made a tag called Steam. I'm going to edit that tag though. So go to post, tags, choose the tag you want to use. I'm going to edit the Steam tag that I made. And if I scroll down this page, just like we had before, headline text and intro text. So I'm just going to change that text a little bit so it's easier to understand. Oh, it was the same as we had before. And this other bit of text I made, just so we know what's going on. And this again, if you want to, in this archive intro text box, you can put HTML if you know how to use HTML. So that's it. I've put the headline and the text, intro text into a tag, archive settings, in the edit tag box, update. Now I've already tagged some posts with the tag of Steam, but we need to add a link. So we'll go to appearance, menus. Now with these, there's no link, there's no sort of easy option for adding tag archive lists. So we'll have to go to the actual tag. Let's use that one, it's easier. Go to dashboard, posts, tags. Choose the tag we want to use, which is Steam. View this tag listing page here. So we're in post, tags, hover over the tag you want to use, click view. And this shows us the listing page for the tag of Steam. Now I want to copy the URL. Copy that. Then all we need to do is paste that URL in this when it says links. We're in appearance, menus. Make sure you're using the right menu, categories and tags. That's the menu I want to use. Click links. Paste your URL in there. And this was post tagged with Steam. So add to menu, or click save menu. And now if we have a look at our page, pardon me yet again. Oh, pardon me. Right, so if we have a look now, we've got the category of cars. So we'll go to that page. This is posts in the category of cars. Scroll down. You could have, 10, 20, whatever you want, posts in there. And we've got post tagged with Steam. So we'll go to that one. Same sort of a thing. Intro text, a bit of blurb there. And we've got, these are posts that have been tagged with Steam. So one way of doing it is putting things into a category, and the other way is by having them, by just adding a tag to the post. You can do this with posts, but not pages. It's also, this is what Brian Clark calls cornerstone content pages, because you can list, you make like a bit of a magazine underneath this bit of introductory text here. Anyway, I've made a web page to go with the video, and I'll put it underneath the link. I'll put the link underneath this video on YouTube so you can get a bit more information. Thanks for watching. I've used a theme by StudioPress called Whitespace Pro. This bit here, the real difference is this bit here. Not all themes will let you put that bit above your listings. And these listings are only in like third columns because that's how the theme lists them. Most themes will have it in a normal blog style listing. Anyway, thanks for watching and bye for now.
Hi everyone, this is Jupiter Jim from jupiterjim.com. I'm at my live active blog, Jupiter Jim's marketing team. And before we get started, I would like to suggest that you, if you want to get this free book, and if you would like to get the video tutorials that I create the next day after I create them immediately into your email inbox, why don't you just put your name here add your email address there, and then you will subscribe to my blog and you'll get all this stuff for free. Right now I do about 1 or 2 blog posts per week. And you will also get a SEO manual, a blog report, SEO videos, all kinds of cool stuff. Okay, I'm going to look at this blog post right here. It's called I Got 50,000 Video Views on My YouTube Channel. This is within an H1 tag. So this video, obviously, I'm going to teach you about H1, H2, and H3 tags and why we use them in the blog posts. I'm going to scroll down. You can see why I create, that's an H2 tag. This is also an H2 tag, and that's right here is an H2 tag. And if nothing else, you can see it breaks the text up and makes it easier to read. It also helps you with your SEO for your blog post. Now what I'm going to do is click on this tab right here. This brings me to my demonstration blog, and I'm just going to show you 3 posts that are exactly the same with and without the H2 tags. Okay, so you've got this post, having fun and recreation in Florida, test O, and you can see that all the text is in Latin, but you can see it's a little all jammed together and it's a little harder to read even if it was in English. So I'm going to scroll up and show you the exact same post. We have some divisions here all about Miami and learn about fishing there and some things. It's still a little hard to read because there's just so much text there. People don't really like to read on the internet. They just like to skim. And so let me scroll to the top of this article, and this is the exact same article, Fun and Recreation in Florida, my favorite ways to have fun. And you can see as I scroll down by putting in those, this is an H2 tag there, H2 tag here, by putting in those H2 tags, another one right there, going to the best beaches in Florida, it makes things easier to read. Now this all about Daytona, these are H3 tags, and I could have centered them if I wanted to. I'm just trying to let you know that every time you use an H2 or H3 or H1 tag, it doesn't have to be centered if you don't want to. Okay, now I'm going to click here, and this is going to take us to the dashboard of the demonstration blog, and I'm going to show you how to add the proper way to add the H2 and the H3 tags. Now, here you can see in the Florida Test Fun and Recreation Test 1, because I put it into the title of the blog post, when I'm using the thesis theme, it automatically puts H1 tags around it. You don't see that here. You'd have to look in the source code. If you're using another theme, you should write the developer and find out if the theme automatically puts H1 tags around the title of the blog post, or you can just look in the source code of the web page, the blog page, and see. And there are different tools you can use to look at the source code. I'll explain that more in my blog post that will accompany this video. Okay, so let's scroll down here. And we have my favorite ways to have fun in Florida. This is in the HTML. I'm going to go to visual. Okay, there's the visual. Go to HTML, and you can see there are no tags around this section right here. I'm going to go to visual. I'm going to highlight this whole section here. Then, right where it says paragraph, I'm going to go down. I'm going to do H2, heading 2. By the way, you only want to use one H1 tag per blog post, but you can use as many H2 tags as you'd like. Suggested would be between 2 and 5. You shouldn't need more than that. So I've already added the H2 tag, so let's just go here, and you can see it's surrounded by H2 tags right there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, go back into visual mode. I'm going to highlight this again, and I'm going to center it. Just click on this, align center, just like you would do in Word, Microsoft Word, and then it's centered. It's as simple as that. It's an H2 tag. To see what it looks like in HTML, click up here, and you can still see we still have the H2 tags here, but it added a little bit of CSS code to align it to the center. To simplify things, I'm going to go back to visual. I'm going to scroll down and learn about water skiing. Once again, H2. Click here to center. Click on the white space to deselect. And we're going to make this an H2, and I'm going to show you how to add an H3 in a second. H2 tag right there, heading 2 tag. Click here to center. Now this, I'm going to make an H3 tag. So scroll down here. That's H3. If I want to center it, I click up here. I don't want to center it, so I just put it back there and it aligns it to the left again. Same thing, all about Miami Beach. Go down here, H3 tag, and all about Juno Beach, which is right next to Jupiter. Go down here, we're going to scroll down, we're going to pick H3. If you wanted to do, now, let me just update that. Okay, we're going to go back to the demonstration blog, and this is test 2. We just changed test 1. So Fun and Recreation in Florida test 1, you can see that none of this stuff is highlighted, so I'm going to hit the refresh button. Okay, and it looks beautiful now. It's really easy to read. Something you might want to do is you've got keywords, which for me would be recreation in Florida and the H1 tag. This is the title of the blog post. And the H2 tags, you can still use some of the keywords like Florida or fun, and then add some other keywords in there if you like. Make it easy to read, and that helps out your search engine optimization. Going to the best beaches in Florida, I guess I forgot to put an H2 tag there. No big deal. You can just go back and do that. And these are the H3 tags. So H3 would be like subcategories. You can see this is an H2 beaches, and these are all 3 different beaches. You can do the same thing if you need to use H4, H5, H6. And it's about as simple as that. Using H2 tags makes your blog posts easier to read. It helps in the search engines because text that is in between H2 tags carries more weight. So when the Google robots, the Google crawlers, are crawling your blog post, they're going to add more emphasis and more weight to any words and keywords found in between H2 tags, H1 tags, H3 tags. So you want to kind of use keywords there without stuffing them with keywords and still make it natural and easy to read. And that's basically all there is to it. If you liked it, please click the like button. Please add your comments on YouTube or my blog post. Share with friends, family, and loved ones. Take care, have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.
Hello. I want to explain how WordPress organises the content of your blog or your website using its database. There's 3 main ways, well there's 4 main ways. We're going to deal with 3 of them. The 3 we're going to deal with are WordPress organises your content by date. So these are the archives, and it goes like September, October, November, December, January, February. So it organises your content by date. So if you made it in January, you can look into the archives at January and find that post. But, excuse me, WordPress also uses categories. Now you can make your own categories up. You can make up whatever categories you want, and they're very easy to make. So suppose you had a lot of information about flowers and botany. You could just make a category, and then every time you make a post that fits in that category, you just assign the post to that category. Or food and recipes. That'd be a popular category for a lot of people. So, as well as categories, there are tags, and you assign a tag to a post. Or you can assign several tags to a post. So, let's have a look. These are at the bottom of the post, it's telling us here that it was posted by Rosemary. It was filed in the bits and pieces category. A category is like a chapter of a book. If you think of a chapter of a book, it's a place where you can put a lot of other bits inside it, and that's what a category is, very similar to a chapter of a book. And she's also assigned these tags to the to this post. Now the good thing, or the interesting thing about this is, if we can have a look, right, if we go to, say, if we click this tag says clocks, that'll take us to a page, a bit like a blog page, that takes us to all the posts that are about blogs. But if you have a look here in the URL, it says tag and then clocks. So we could go to tag clocks, and that'll take us to all the clock tags. So all these posts will have something to do with clocks. But if we go to the winter tag, if you watch here, it'll change to tag winter. So on all these posts will have something to do with winter. And then if we go to a category, say handmade things, see now instead of saying tag it says category, and it's the category of handmade things. Now this is really useful for building lists of posts that you've made. Anyway, you'll probably get into that a bit later on when it's a bit, you might not be so interested in that yet, but it is a really useful thing they can use in the future. So, how do we add posts, categories and tags? Right, what we need to do, over in the sidebar, you can, if you click posts, categories, here you can add as many categories as you want. You could add 4 or 5 at a time if you want to. I wouldn't recommend having more than 4 categories to start with. Keep your blog fairly tightly focused if you can. And then add more categories if you need to. Excuse me. Pardon me. Right. So that's how you add new categories. And you can add tags in the same way. So where it posts, tags, and just add a new tag. There you go. But most of the time you'll just add the tags and the categories as you're making posts. So if we go to post, add new, and down here when you add your new page, put your title in there, your content in here, and then here we've got the categories tab here. And these are categories that are already in this blog, that have already been made. If you want to add a new one, click there and add one. Or tags, you can add tags here. Or you can choose from the most popular used tags and just click one and it will add it for you. In theory. There we go. Biscuits, bones and dog treats there. And if you want to get rid, just click there. And it'll go away. Or type it in by hand. If you type more than one in at once by hand, put a comma between them. Right, so that's how you add the tags and the categories to each post or page. Well, you can't add categories and tags to pages, just to posts. You can't add them to pages. What you can do, you've got a default category. When you first get your WordPress site or blog, it'll have only one category, and that category will be called unclassified. Now, you could add as many new ones as you want, and then you could change the default category from unclassified to whichever one. Suppose you wanted it to be caring for your dog, you can change it to that. That will be the default category. And the way that we do that is in the dashboard, go to settings, writing, and where it says default post category, you could set there caring for your dog or whatever you want it to be, so long as you've already made it. You've got to have already made the category before you can set it here, but that's how you do that. Right, well, I think I've shown you fairly much all I wanted to show you. Let's have a look. Yep. So all we need to do. Oh, I didn't show you how to add the widgets in the sidebar. Right. Once you've got your categories and your tags, the way you display them is in the widgets in the sidebar. So I'll go to Appearance, Widgets, and if you haven't used widgets before, you just pick a widget that you like over here and you just drag it over there. So in the sidebar I've got Recent Posts widget, and that will automatically find the most recent posts. I've set that to have just the 3 most recent posts, but you could set it to 5 or 10 or whatever you want, and it will automatically excuse me, I do beg your pardon.
Right, that will automatically find and display the 3 most recent posts that you've made, or the 5, or whatever you set that there to be. Right, archives are the ones with dates on. So where we saw all these with dates on, they're archives. So we've got that archives there. And categories. Now categories, let's have a look. I'll show you the actual page that one relates to, and then taking its title. There we go. Right. So these are the categories. And if I added a new category, pardon me, if I added a new category, it would automatically appear here when I assign it to a post. If I've got a post that uses a category, it would automatically appear in this widget. I don't have to do it myself, it would just automatically pop up here. Then you could click the link and it would take you to that category. Right. So that's how you actually display the categories and archives in the sidebar using widgets. So let's have another look, see if there's anything else I need to tell you. No. When you're adding tags, basically a category is a broad subject, like a bit like a chapter of a book, and I think of a category, of a tag, as like the index in the back of the book. It's just a very tightly focused, often a little snippet of information that's also in that post. So this is the category is the main topic, and the tags are just little bits of extra snippets of information that are also in the post. But that's not the main subject of the post. You assign it to the category, that's the main subject, and then your tags are just a little extra bit of snippet of information that's also in there. Well, I'll leave it there. Oh, if you want to know more information, this video is made for a website called using-wordpress.org. And so there's more information there if you want to find out more. So, thanks for watching. I do hope you pop back when I'm not so full of cold. Thanks for watching, and I do hope to see you again. Bye.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Martin Holsinger from martinholsinger.com. In this video I'm going to be answering a question that just came in to me on my YouTube channel. I think it's an excellent question about WordPress, and let's jump right in. May I know how I can add a hyperlink to the same WordPress page? For example, to save the viewer of the trouble of having to scroll to the bottom of the page to view the desired content. Can I add a link at the top of the page so that when he clicks the link, he can immediately go to the bottom of the page? Won't miss. That's an excellent question. It's actually quite simple to do, but as you probably have already noticed, it's going to take a little bit of knowledge of HTML code to make it happen. Not a problem. In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through that, and by the end, you will know exactly how to make this happen. Now, here we are on my website. Just to clarify what the question is, let's take a look at this post. So we have your title, then we have point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5, point 6, point 7, point 8, and on and on and on, and then we have a bunch of pictures. So I believe the question that she's asking is, we have this big long post and it's great, but what if my reader just wants to skip straight to the bottom and get to the pictures, or read point 6 now? So as you can see, this says want to skip ahead, read point 6 now. Boom, there's point 6. It just skips straight down to the bottom. Or want to skip to the pictures, and this is hyperlinked. So you click skip to the pictures and there they are. Same WordPress page. Actually, this is a post. But anyway, let me show you how I did it. Here we are within the post. If I'm in the visual editor, this is what it looks like. So write your content first. Come up with your entire page of content. So I'm assuming you have a couple thousand words, probably, big long document, and you want to give them the ability to skip ahead down to the bottom. Essentially what it takes is an anchor, you see this little anchor here, on the text that you want to link to from the top. So let's go into the text editor. And what you need to do is you need to place the anchor around the text that you want to link to. So for the pictures, this is what I did. Well, it's centered, so you have to have your page style, text align center. But then you take this A name equals quote pictures, and then the actual text of it that it will be seen, and that becomes your anchor. Let me show you point number 6 since it's not centered. This is the HTML code that you need right there. So it's A for anchor and name, and this is the name of it, point 6, and then this is the text that your user actually sees. So you could mark this up with like bold or different header sizes and that kind of thing, but I just left it clean and simple for this HTML code. Once you get the anchor established, then you want to go to the top of the page where you can place the call to action. So right here I wrote want to skip ahead, and then href, which is typically what we use for links, is going to be to pound or hashtag point 6, or in this one hashtag pictures. Whatever you named it down below is what you want it to refer to up here. And then you can have text that they read, and this is hyperlinked text. So in this one, skip to pictures. Okay, so what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to place these these HTML codes down here in the comment box below. Go down there, you can copy them and paste them and play around with it in your own WordPress file. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out more question and answer tutorials like this, as well as my own tutorials that I'm regularly coming out with every week. Thank you. Have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next video.
One of the drawbacks of having a blog roll page is that automatically WordPress posts the entire post in that blog roll. For instance, if you have a blog roll on your home page, your entire post will show until you can get to the next post, until the next post. And it's a lot of scrolling for your users. The way around this is with more tags. Now, if you want to use a more tag, what you can do is you can take, say, for instance, the first 2 paragraphs or the first paragraph of text and have a more tag set in the post after this. And on these blog roll pages, there will be a continue reading button, and it'll move you right down to the next post. Let's just show you how this works. If you log into your WordPress and you go to edit a post, say we're going to use this top post now, and you're in that edit menu, under your visual tab, you've got these what you see is what you get buttons, one of which is this insert more tag. If you want to insert one after the second paragraph, you could simply just click right at the end of that paragraph, click the insert more button, and you'll see this horizontal ruler appear. Now, this is something you'll only see on the blog roll page. I'll show you in a second. That's it. It's literally that simple. If we now hit update, we go back to the home page and refresh, we will see that it is nice and short, little excerpt with a little continue reading button, and we get the next one right away and quicker. And we could do this again on this post and the post below it, so that things come to the top of the screen and our users don't have to scroll that far. It's a fantastic idea to do on any blog roll in general, and it takes about 2 seconds. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this little screencast on more tags.